Pull it up. I got it. I got it. I
You
got
got
it. I got you. Okay, email right here.
yes.
Woo. Here we go.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Come on. Look at God.
Won't he do
Yeah.
it? Yes,
Okay.
he will.
Okay. Got
You
that.
got it?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Okay. Okay. Everybody calm down. And I'm the main one that needs to calm down.
We're not laughing at them.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
Aisha.
hey. How are you?
So, are you talking, Deshaun? Are you gonna talk it off?
Yeah, I talk.
You are okay. Because this is my co-host. If she can sit there until you come in. Okay. Okay. See, what really? When we was in that studio, we had more room.
Try to look away.
Uh-huh.
Tell him to get it.
Yeah, he don't have to leave.
There you go.
Yeah, you don't have to leave. We just needed the seat.
Yeah, I'm the owner of that set.
Okay, watch yourself.
I already take you.
Don't let them move
Ain't no I in team. Oh yeah, we about to cut up. Oh yeah. I love it. I love the energy already. I love it. I love it.
I don't know why he put it on me. Or how.
Grace
Hey, come on, prayer.
at tequila.
Plenty of prayer.
You better know it. Let the church say amen.
Oh my God. That probably like, dude, y'all are like crazy this morning.
And then you get it.
Gonna turn night up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you laughing at, Jay Has?
I gotta tell Archie, put my daddy's picture on a while.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Amped Up. I am your host, Erica Denise, and I am so happy to be in the building once more. And again, listen, we have a wonderful show lined up for you today. But before we get into talking to our guest, I want to talk about what I am amped up about. And I'm amped up about the healing block party that is taking place today. Actually, the doors are opening right now, 12 o'clock. They're going to be there from 12 until 5 o'clock at the Norton Healthcare Sports and Learning Center on 3029 West Muhammad Ali Boulevard. Now, there's a whole day long of activities that are planned, right? So we have door prizes, essential oils, facials, fitness sessions, games, holistic wellness, infusion therapy, a kids zone, massages, mental health therapy, nutritional services, self-care breakout sessions, a yoga session, and so much more. I even saw where they're doing a kickball tournament. All the things are happening. But from 3:30 to 4:30, the most important part of the day is happening. You want to know what that is?
Let me know.
Erica Denise Entertainment is going to be there performing for a whole hour.
And it's
Okay.
3:30 to 4:30.
3:30 to 4:30. My band is gonna be there. I've got three background singers. Well, not there's technically lead singers. They're gonna be singing as well. So we have a whole hour set planned, and I'm so excited about that. So if you can't get there now, wait until 3:30 and go and listen to the music, get some healing, because that's what this block party is about. There's so many people that's going through so many things, and going through it in silence, going through it alone. And what I think this block party is, the intention behind it is to bring awareness to mental health and the fact that we need to take time to heal the trauma that we have. We haven't even felt the effects of what COVID did in 2020. We're 3 years post COVID, but the effects of what that did to us is just now revealing itself. You know what I mean? And not only COVID, but I think we are dying younger and younger.
We are.
Like our black men are just dropping dead. Heart disease, heart attacks, strokes, all
Cancer,
kinds
all that.
cancer, all the things. And so we just need to be aware, take care of our not only our physical health, but our mental health as well. So I love that there's going to be therapists there. You'll be able to talk to somebody and get the help that you need.
And
Yeah.
we were just hitting on that last week and just continuously talking about it and the music just hitting the soul. That's a
Hmm.
big thing too.
Absolutely. And so my band makes fun of my set list because I don't sing the typical cover songs that, you might hear when you go out and hear live music, right? I like to do stuff that's gonna stir your soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to do ballads. I like to do stuff from musical theater shows. So I don't laugh. Why does everybody laugh when I say musical theater? I built my whole career on musical theater. And people listen, y'all go put some respect on musical theater's name, okay? So
What time is that again?
I'm singing a few songs from Home. Y'all like not Home, but from The Wiz. I'm
Mhm.
singing Home from The Wiz.
Something to get us moving.
I'm singing Opportunity from Annie.
Okay.
And so the reason why I picked Opportunity
What's wrong with
it
us?
is something's wrong with me. Okay, because it's talking about having this opportunity to stand before you all and do what it is that you love to do. And that's a great opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, and I just want to thank God for blessing me with this opportunity. And so I thought that was a fitting song for today. Yes.
We're gonna be there. We're going.
Stop, yeah. Listen, my band, when I tell you they gave it to me in rehearsal this week, they was like, Erica, where are these songs coming from? I said, these are the songs that helped heal me. And I thought they were fitting to sing for the Healing Block Party. You see what I'm saying?
I like it. I
You
like
like that?
I like it.
Somebody
I
in the audience is
respect.
gonna like
I
it.
respect. It's all good. Whatever gets you on the inside, let's do it.
You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't have to conform to what other people want you to do. You know what I mean?
That's the
And I
truth.
have to be myself
Yeah. And like you
100% of the
said, you don't
time.
know who's in silence. So
Exactly.
that could bring them out. It could be the
Exactly.
time. Yeah.
You never know what people are going through. Um, Also amped up, just because, just speaking of mental health, like there are some really dark days, that I personally go through. And I want to be completely transparent about it, because I just think it's important because sharing your story and what you're going through could help bring somebody else out. And so every day ain't peaches and cream. You know what I mean? And everything that you see somebody post on social media does not necessarily mean that their lives are.
It's not real life.
It's not real life.
That's the
People
truth.
are posting the highlight reels.
Mhm.
And so you cannot have the comparison spirit when you're on social media and you're scrolling and seeing, oh, they're in Florida this week, or they're in Costa Rica, or look at this couple, they look so happy and they're, doing all of this stuff that you wish you could be doing, but you don't know what these people are going through when those doors close.
But
Behind
just
the
always be
scenes.
Behind
thankful
the
for your
scenes.
life.
Exactly.
You don't know the struggles and where they had to come from to get there. So
Mhm.
just always be thankful for your life.
That's it.
Absolutely. And so I woke up with a thankful spirit this morning, thankful that I get to wake up, thankful that I got to go to a sound check this morning, first thing, thankful that I got to come to the radio station to be a host on a radio show. You know what I mean? Thankful that I woke up in my right mind, reasonably in my right mind, because this week was very difficult for me.
Yeah.
It was very rough. There were times that I like, you know what, God, if you don't do it, it ain't gonna get done.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like prostrate on the floor, like God help me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make it this week, but to be able to get up today and be happy in my spirit, like that's saying something. And that just proves to me that God is absolutely real. You know what I mean? Absolutely real. Okay, pull your mic down, Tiffany. So the other voice that you're hearing right now is Tiffany Perryman. And Tiffany is a nurse, a CEO, and a native of Louisville, Kentucky, with more than 20 years of healthcare and marketing experience. Tiffany has worked to promote overall wellness and access to health resources. Tiffany has a passion for public health and human services. She utilizes her voice to empower and educate by speaking on health disparities and inequities, that impact underserved communities. Her personal mantra is don't just live your best life, be your best self. Oh, glory. And she has coined the phrase, it's best self season. Tiffany is a graduate of Galen College of Nursing. My mama graduated from there.
Come on,
Come on. And she received her bachelor's degree from Boyce College of Southern Baptist Theological Seminary. Come on here, where she majored in music, worship leadership, and biblical study. You can sing too, girl.
You know somebody said that.
Shut up. Shut up. So during her time at Southern Seminary, Tiffany co-authored a devotional for Christian women at Southern, a walk through Psalms. A graduate of the University of Phoenix, Tiffany holds a master's degree in health administration and is currently pursuing a PhD in public health. Come on, doctor. Tiffany is the president and CEO of the Greater Louisville chapter of Black Nurses Rock and has purposed to spread the Best Self Season movement through her apparel line and upcoming book entitled Best Self Season.
Oh, that's a lot.
Come on here. Come on, this is Black Girl Magic right here. This is all this
Black Girl
is.
Magic. I'm amped up. I'm excited to
Come
be
on.
here. Oh my goodness. We are in Best Self Season. I'm so excited. So I'm actually here with my co-founder for Best Self Season Apparel, Mr. Dominique Deshawn Price. He's been helping me out through getting this business off the ground. But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk about mental health. I'm excited to talk about just being your best self. All of the things I'm here for.
Okay, so where do we even want to start? Because this bio is ridiculous. So 20 years in healthcare. So how did you go from? Are you still a nurse?
I'm still a
so
nurse.
You're still a nurse. So
nursing is like the mafia. Like you don't retire.
You don't get out.
You gonna die at this. Right? We in here. We are in here.
You hear that, mama? But my mama be so tired. She come home from work and she is like, I am completely done.
Absolutely.
But Mama Tiffany said you
ain't
in
going
this thing for
nowhere.
life.
In the words of Yosemite Sam, you ain't going nowhere, mama.
She said you in it for life, ma'am. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, mama. Okay, so how did you get into you have an apparel company?
Yes.
And that is called
Best Self Season Apparel.
So where did that idea come from?
Okay, so this is all mental health for me, right? I'm in a healing season, and so I'm glad that you had mentioned earlier about the healing opportunity at the park because that's where I am. I'm in a healing season, and this past year, I'm telling you, I was hit with everything. I have a lot of coping mechanisms because I try to be extremely self-aware, but my mental health took a hit last year. I lost my dad last year, career change, started 2 businesses. That was stressful. Ended a 25-year marriage last year. Listen, so
wait a minute.
Life was lifing, and so I really had to look within myself. Because so many times, like you said, people see you on social media and they think, oh my God, she's living her best life. She's doing this and she's traveling and all of that is great. But until you can become your best self, you cannot live your best life. And so you can do all of the things. But I had to look within and become that all over again. I felt like there was a time where I had lost a part of myself, my identity. But in the words of my late father, he always told me to do my best. And the only way that I can do that is to be my best self. So I had to reach back and step back and say, hey, what is it that I need mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally? And that took a lot of digging and a lot of work. But I'm here.
So what does healing look like for you?
Healing looks like showing up for myself. Every day, being self-aware, saying no, even to myself sometimes. So for me, it's prayer, it's fasting, it's meditation, but it's also being gentle with myself and allowing myself to be human. I'm been a strong person for a very long time. So I'm entering what they call soft season as well. Because very independent. My dad taught me, how to be independent, to get my own stuff, to do my own thing. But I'm learning to lean on my circle.
Yeah.
And learning to choose my friends wisely.
There you go.
There you go. Because not everybody can handle your tears.
Exactly.
Yeah. I had posted on social media not long ago. I was frustrated, I suppose, and I had posted. I guess the question is, where were you? Our family's been serving the community since I was born, like before actually. So I'm always the giver. I'm always the one going. I'm always the one showing up. I'm always doing. But when I lost my dad, when I was going through, all of the things that I was going through all at once, there were very few people that I could call on and say, I need you right now.
Yeah.
There were very few people that I trusted with my tears.
Yeah.
And I realized that I had to reevaluate my life and make sure that everybody and everything around me fit me and loved me the way I loved them.
Yeah.
Or it, whatever that was.
Let the listening audience know who your dad was.
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So my dad was the late Reverend Dr. James A. Perryman Sr., owner and founder of the Perryman's Mortuary on 34th and Broadway, right here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Right.
And the host of the Perryman's Gospel Hour that was on WLOU and WLLV for 1,000 years.
Wow.
Right? So this is home for me. I grew up in the radio station. all the time. So if you ever heard "Children, are you ready?"
Yes,
that was the good doctor. So I miss my dad. I love my dad. Dad passed away the Monday of Father's Day last year. So that was rough stuff, and my world was shattered.
Yeah,
it was shattered. So this past week for me was rough.
Yeah.
There were days that I didn't think I was going to be able to get out of bed. But then I remembered that a part of being your best self is showing up for yourself. Yeah. When there's nothing else to cling on to. So I pulled myself up out of bed.
And you have to. Yeah. But also, I want to say that sometimes if you can't, you can't.
And it's
okay too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Give yourself time to go through what it is that you're going through and to feel what you're feeling and to grieve how you're going to grieve.
Yeah.
And then hope for tomorrow. You know what I mean? There's always hope for tomorrow. But going back to your dad, I remember at my church, we had Perryman's Mortuary fans. It's the fans!
Black History fans. Martin Luther King on the front. Perryman's
on the back. Yes.
I still got a couple of those out.
Listen, those fans were legendary.
I'm telling you. It'll save you in a hot church with no air conditioning.
Hey, listen. But going back to what you said though about having a circle and having trusted people that's in your circle that you can talk to, and because everybody cannot handle your tears, and sometimes you can go to people and they have the best intentions, but then you leave and end up feeling worse than you came.
That's true.
So it's good to ask God for the gift of discernment, like help me figure out who I need to talk to. And if I don't have somebody in my circle, please send those people. Correct. Because what I have found is that talking it out with somebody is so important, and it is so helpful and beneficial to do that. And finding people that are not going to judge you, they're not going to, and sometimes I don't even need your advice or your opinion. Just listen. Just listen.
Hold my hand.
I'm
not the touchy feely type, but I mean sometimes I need that connection. But it's having somebody to listen. And not to listen to talk, but to listen to understand. And sometimes we find that in our family circles, and then sometimes we don't. Shout out to my sister, my older sister. She's the middle of the three of us, Teresa Smith. She is now the new founder and new CEO now of Perryman's Mortuary. And I'm telling you, the way Teresa guided our family through the grief process, she was so strong. And normally we're both pretty tough cookies, right? But I leaned on her so much, and she was so gracious, and she wiped away my tears like I was a toddler. I'm telling you. So shout out to my sister because she's always been my rock.
Nice. So tell us about this.
Sisters, though, boy. I'll tell you, I have one of those. My older sister, Lakeitha, boy, she holds it down for us all.
Absolutely.
So,
Dad's smiling right now because she's handling everything. And she's just really conscious of where we are, always asking, are you okay? because it's good to have somebody that, you know, we check on each other, but
Mhm.
it's like she's got this radar. If I'm
Yeah.
feeling some type of way, my phone is ringing. I'm just calling to check on you. You
Oh
okay? And
wow,
then,
yeah.
no,
I'm not okay. Then you don't just fell apart.
Right. And she lets me cry. She's the only person that I will, you know, kind of break down in front of, but she's got my back. I
Mm.
love it. It's like she's my mother and my sister at the
Yeah,
same time, you
yeah.
know. Little guardian angel. So I'm so
Yeah.
grateful to have that support.
That's the good thing for me that I feel about family, especially with my mother and my sister. I know that those two people, if I need anything, they're gonna be there. They're in my
Absolutely.
corner, whether I'm right or wrong. You
Yeah.
know,
True.
they
Now,
got
gonna
my
check
back.
me though.
Right.
Baby, that you just not no, this is mama speaking now, right? You just went about it the wrong
way.
I was wrong. And then of course my sister's like, girl, I don't know. I already know. She don't gotta say nothing else. I already know. Or it's like, look, we gotta look. She's like,
Mm.
okay, all right, fix it.
Okay, Tiffany. So tell us about this line of clothing. You started to talk about it, but we got off subject.
Absolutely. So best self season apparel. It started out as a slogan. Now it's a movement, and I just want to make sure that I share the opportunity and the brand with everybody to help them be comfortable and affirmed and being their best selves. Right? I figure we lead by example. So I want a slogan and a logo everywhere so people can see that it is possible and that you don't just have to, you don't have to portray that you're living your best life. Because if you're your best self, people will see that.
People will see it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I got my co-founder here, Mr. Price. Do you have anything you want to share about best self?
Look at him, just a cheesy. He's proud and happy.
Listen, when I brought this to him, I was like, I was going through my social media profile and I sent him I designed the graphics for the logo and the t-shirt and everything. And I was like, hey, check this out. I said, I think I want to launch this, right? He said, come on, let's do it. He's very supportive. Always, anything that I think of, he's right there. So, but it means a lot to him, just like it means a lot to me. So I'm going to give him a moment to share.
Come on
his
in
thoughts
and
on
share.
best self-season apparel.
Still smell it. Look.
Cheesy. Look at him.
For me, best self season is an affirmation because I mentor kids in Louisville with 100 Black Men in Louisville. So over 30 plus of at-risk 12, 13-year-old boys, and I always daily try to encourage them and confirm to them to be yourself, to be your best self at all times. I stand by that. I live by that. I am that. I believe that. So, it's definitely best self season.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So the point of this show, or one of the points of this show, is to highlight business owners and community leaders in our community. But we want to tell the true story about entrepreneurship and owning a business. So what have been some of the struggles that you all have run into with this?
You want me to
They like, we should have led with this.
You want me to take it? Oh my
For
goodness.
me, right? Because if I support you, I support you. If I rock with you, I rock with you. And just as a Monday, passing direct messages with our logo, with our website, telling people to go online and get June t-shirts, and people look at it, right, but not do it. So which is totally fine. So I'm actually seeing now who support me and who don't, which is totally fine because this is the limited edition apparel. Like this ain't no anything that you can just get off the store, right? Pay $10 and then put in a dirty clothes hamper. Like this is an actual affirmation, right? That it's going to confirm who you are.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, people are really a trip.
Yeah.
They
The
are.
thing is, one of the things that I realized, and it's not just with apparel or your business, that's just with anything you do in life, and I when people talk about this, I think back to 9 years in July that I'll be on my journey, that I can look at Fox News and so many different websites, how people broke it down. Oh, she's going to go home and eat a cheeseburger. But I think about it, if you stop because someone is negative or someone doesn't support you, then think about where you could be at if you did continue to
You
go
gotta
hunting.
keep
So
going.
you
Yeah.
got to be thankful, regardless if you get one buyer or 10 buyers.
Exactly.
You stay consistent with that,
Yeah.
and you'll come out on top at the end of the
Absolutely.
day.
Yeah.
And then guess what? At the end of the day, when you get to where you are, all of those people that did not support,
Mhm.
Yeah.
they're going to be in
They'll
your
be there.
DM. I
Absolutely.
can't tell you
Right.
how
I
many
remember
people.
him win, or I
Yeah.
remember
Uh-huh.
them win, and it's like, well, I remember
Yeah.
you too.
Yeah.
And that's
And
And
a life
sometimes it
experience.
takes time for people to catch on, you know, and it's
Exactly,
not necessarily
exactly.
that they don't want to support you,
Right.
you know what I mean, or that they can't support you. It's like, oh, just wait, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
because the tables will always turn. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
They
And
do.
so I like to be careful about throwing that who supports me and who doesn't support
Right.
me around. Because there's been some stuff that I see, you
Yeah.
know, on
Yeah.
social media that I haven't supported.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Nobody wants to be the first one,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
It's a fear.
It's
That's
a
yeah.
fear, so that's a barrier. But as an entrepreneur, as a leader, or whatever the case may be, you got to operate with vision. And sometimes vision is not what you see in front of you; it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's next week. It's next year.
Right.
And if you let what people do or don't do,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know,
You
determine
never get
your
there.
actions, you never get anywhere.
Exactly.
You got to go off of what you know God has placed inside of you,
Exactly.
and your expectations of people. I don't really have a lot of expectations.
Yeah.
On people. I just really don't. I just put whatever business I've started, because this is probably number 3 now for serial CEO of the
Right.
house, right? But whatever you do, first and foremost, you have to believe in it.
Exactly.
And you can't just go off of trends, whatever the case may be. You got to have a good reason, a good purpose, a mission, a vision. It's got to be in you, and then you just launch it on out into the world. And then always remember that your best supporters, most of the time, they don't look like you.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, I have probably 5 websites now, and I look at my analytics all the time. Most of my customers, the visitors to my websites, the people that actually purchase things, they don't live here.
Come
They
on.
don't live in Louisville.
Yeah.
They don't live in Kentucky. I got
Yeah.
people from Singapore
Wow.
and places like that order my products from my other websites and my other ventures all the time. And so you can't stop at what you see right in front of you. I love my city. I'm born and raised Louisville, Kentucky. L's up all day.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I understand that my vision is global.
Yeah.
And
There you
so
go.
my customers are global.
There you go.
So I can't just say, well, my people back home don't always.
Mhm.
You know what? Not everything is for everybody.
Everybody. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's okay.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And Louisville is so small.
Yeah.
And when we set our sights on just Louisville,
Right.
we're not gonna win.
You box
know what I
yourself
mean? You
in
box
every
yourself
time.
in.
Every time.
And even with your network, if you box yourself in with just the people that you know, you box yourself
That's
in.
true.
So you have to go outside of your box, outside of your network. And majority of the time, it'll be strangers that will support
Absolutely.
you.
It's not about
Before.
who you know, it's about who they know.
Yeah.
Right? And that's just what it is. And you
Mhm.
have to learn, as an entrepreneur anyway, you have to learn that your customers are not the people that you want to do business with.
Right.
Your customers are the people that want to do business with
With
you.
you.
Yeah.
And so if you
Yes.
have a product, it don't matter what it costs. If people
Yep.
want it, they'll buy it.
They'll buy
Right?
it. Yeah.
And so I'm gonna rep my city all day. I got my city behind me, and I know they will
Yes.
support me.
Yeah.
However, I have a global mindset.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That's where we're gonna take this.
There you go.
Yeah.
And one thing that I've learned too in business is that when you do have your customers, you treat them well and go
Absolutely.
above and beyond, have great customer service.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of my business in entertainment are repeat customers
Correct.
that keep coming back.
Referral.
Yeah.
And
Referral.
then they're telling other people, okay,
That's
you need to
right.
book Erica Denise Entertainment because of A, B, C, and D.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So treat the people that are supporting you very well, and then they'll
Absolutely.
tell somebody who will
Yeah,
tell
because they're
somebody.
creating an additional bio for
Correct.
you.
Exactly.
You treat your
Yeah.
customers like they're your only customer.
Exactly.
That's
I
how it
like
works.
that. I
Absolutely.
like that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So what other businesses do you have?
Ooh, okay. So, I'm also the co-founder of TNT Essentials, which is an aromatherapy company. So I started TNT Essentials with my son, my middle son, Timothy. So
Mhm.
Tiffany and Timothy
Mhm.
Essentials. And we started that right in the height of COVID.
Mm.
So I've always been one to try to teach and train my kids to have their own stuff. My daddy taught me you don't want to work for nobody. I still have a full-time job, but I have full-time businesses as well.
Right.
So COVID hit, and my son was in school for culinary arts, and he was working in food service. And with COVID, everything shut down. Restaurants shut down. He was instantly without a job. And I was like, Tim, so what we gonna do? What you want to do? Let's talk about it. Because I've been trying to get you on a venture. What you want? And we talked. He was like, well, Mom, I love essential oils and the crystals and the candles. And I was like, well, let's start an aromatherapy company. He's like, well, what is that? I said, okay, well, let's talk about some oils and some fragrances. So we did some sampling, and we came out with our 5 signature scents. So now we have essential oil candles, a vegan, right? 100% all natural. They burn for 82 hours, which is a long time for burn time. Candles, essential oil accessories, linen spray, all of the things.
All the things.
And so we've been in business now since 2020. We launched in November, which is my birthday month, Scorpio. Hey, and so our signature scent is the November Rain fragrance. I think Tim's favorite is what is it? Black Velvet.
Okay,
which is kind of a masculine musk kind of scent, but it's amazing. So we are, still standing strong with TNT Essentials. I'm loving that. The other venture that I did started, God, 2 years ago, was Elite Eccentric Office Park. So we have an office park where we basically lease out office spaces on Fagenbush Lane. So 4,000 square feet, 12 offices. Nice. We're almost full again. So I stay busy, dope. Right? But I wanted to make sure that, especially for new business owners, that people had a place to go to start a business. You might not be able to afford a storefront, but I can give you an office. Right. Or we do like co-working spaces. We also do virtual offices, virtual mailboxes for people who just need a business address. Yes. You start a business, they don't want to see a P.O. box. Exactly. You can't use your home address. You don't have any credibility when you do things like that. Right. So I basically lease or rent out my business address to business owners.
That's a great idea. So I'm going to have to talk to you about that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just anything to be creative. I'm like, what can I do? But everything is always around entrepreneurship. I'm always trying to help somebody else get a leg up because, hey, we all started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Now we're here.
Now we're here. We're going higher, right? But I do believe in taking people with me, right? And so that's where we're going. TNT Essentials, Elite Eccentric Office Park. We also have Elite Virtual Mail, which is a subsidiary of Elite Eccentric Office Park. And then we have a marketing company as well.
Wow. So, listen, we don't run out of time. That's a lot. That's a lot. You're going to have to come back and tell us about all these other businesses.
Listen. $1 million status.
Come on. It really does. Have to have several streams.
At least.
Yeah, you have to.
So I'm excited for all of the things. We'll be launching a book in the fall, Best Self Season, Becoming Your Best Self to Live Your Best Life. So look for that. It'll be on the shelves hopefully by the end of November, right? And then of course we'll be on Amazon as well. So hey, check us out. We are here.
Okay, 1 minute, real quick. Tell us how we can find you on social media.
Okay, on social media, it's Tiffany Perryman. It's just Tiffany Perryman, Tiffeney. So Tiffany with 2 T's. Okay. Check out our Facebook page, Best Self Season Apparel. Like, share our page, and buy a T-shirt.
Yes.
Thank you. That's it.
All right, real quick. I like to do something called rapid fire. He ain't even paying attention. Rapid fire. Don't say, don't think too hard about it. Say the first thing that comes to your mind. Who is your hero?
My dad.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? Home.
Always home. Always home.
And if you could be anybody in the world, who would you be?
Myself.
There you go. We'll be back next week, same time, same station. Bye. That was good. We always run out of time when the conversation gets good.
What's it? Oh, how we gonna do that? Oh, you was on my phone was on.